Welcome, my friend, to a special moment in our journey through the Psalms. If you've missed the readings this past week, today we bring you a powerful summary of Psalms 7 to 9. These 3 chapters carry us from a cry for justice, through awe at God's majesty, into a victorious song of praise. Each psalm touches a different cry of the soul, and when experienced together, they become a symphony of human emotion held in the hands of God. If you've ever wrestled with injustice, stood in awe of creation, or celebrated victory after long nights of weeping, then these psalms are for you. This message is for hearts that still hope, still fight, still trust. Before we begin, if you're walking with us through the Psalms, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and be part of this growing community. Each day, a new psalm. Each day, a new encounter with God's presence. Psalm 7 is David's cry for justice. He is falsely accused and running from enemies, but he refuses to retaliate. Instead, he calls on the righteous judge to search his heart and bring justice. His trust in God's integrity is unshakable. Psalm 8 shifts dramatically in tone. It's a song of praise and wonder at creation. David marvels that the God who made the moon and stars cares for fragile humanity. He is overwhelmed by the glory of God and the dignity He gives to mankind. Psalm 9 erupts with gratitude. David praises God for past victories and proclaims that God is a refuge for the oppressed. He speaks confidently of a future where the wicked are judged and the humble are lifted. Together, they show us this. God is just, God is glorious, and God is faithful. When we are falsely accused or unjustly treated, our first reaction is often to fight back, to defend ourselves, to retaliate. But David teaches us a higher way, a holy surrender to the justice of God. He says, "Judge me, O Lord, according to my righteousness," not because he's perfect, but because he trusts that God sees the full picture. David's strength was not in his sword, but in his surrender. He invited God to examine him. He placed his cause in divine hands. And in doing so, he showed us the posture of true faith, bold enough to cry out for justice, humble enough to be searched. How many of us dare to say, "God, if I'm wrong, correct me. If I'm innocent, defend me"? That's the prayer of a maturing believer, someone who doesn't just want to win, but wants to be right before God. David looks at the stars and feels small, but not worthless. In fact, the opposite. In Psalm 8, he asks, "What is man that you are mindful of him?" And then answers it, "Humanity is crowned with glory and honor, made a little lower than angels, yet given dominion." This psalm reminds us of our identity. We are not accidents. We are not abandoned. We are image bearers of the Creator. Even in our weakness, we reflect His majesty. In a world that constantly tries to define us by success, appearance, or failure, Psalm 8 calls us to remember who we really are. Wonder meets worth. Majesty meets mortality. And God, in His greatness, chooses to partner with us. David begins Psalm 9 with praise. "I will give thanks to you, O Lord, with all my heart." But this is not naive thanksgiving. It's praise forged in the fires of battle. David has seen God defeat his enemies. He has watched justice roll down like rivers. And now he gives glory where glory is due. This psalm also speaks to the brokenhearted, the oppressed, the afflicted, the forgotten. The Lord is a refuge for the oppressed, it says. a stronghold in times of trouble. That verse alone can carry a soul through the darkest night. God does not ignore pain. He sees it, He shelters us, and He will act. If you've been crushed by life, Psalm 9 is your anthem. It doesn't deny the reality of wickedness, it declares the reality of a greater King. 4 truths to remember in the storm. 1. God sees your heart even when others don't. You don't have to prove yourself to everyone. Be faithful. God is watching. 2. Your worth is rooted in the one who made you. The stars may be vast, but God calls you His masterpiece. 3. The pain you face is not forgotten. God is not distant from the cries of the afflicted. He is near to the humble. 4. Victory belongs to those who praise. Even before the battle ends, lift your voice. Praise is prophetic. It sees what's coming. These 3 psalms together shape a powerful prayer journey, from desperation to dignity, from accusation to adoration, from pain to praise. Let them shape your walk with God today. Let them remind you that you are heard, you are valued, and you are seen by the Most High. If this message touched you today, leave an amen in the comments. Tell me, what verse, what phrase, what moment spoke to your spirit? Tomorrow we open another psalm. Until then, keep walking. One day, one psalm, one promise at a time. This is the psalm of my life, and if you missed the psalms from this week, I'll leave them here so you can watch the full sequence. God bless you, and stay in the Word.